All right, everyone, welcome back to, I think this is episode 22 of the Soup Podcast. I got on point guard for the NKU Norse, new point guard, Michael Bradley. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you having on. You're the second Norse player I've had on.
Really?
I had on Marquez a couple months ago.
My guy.
Yeah, right after the tournament. It was good to talk to him. Very quiet guy.
Very. But he's that guy.
Oh, absolutely. So how's everything been going?
Man, it's been good. It's been so fun up here. I mean, it's been a big adjustment kind of going from like the Division II lifestyle to the Division I, but I mean, it's been nothing less of enjoyable. Love it up here.
Yeah.
Love my team, everything.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because you went to high school down in San Antonio.
Yeah.
And then went to Mercyhurst in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And now you're, in Northern Kentucky. What's that kind of been like going, bouncing all over the place?
It's been fun, honestly, because I mean, I feel like I have a different journey than a lot of people have taken, because a lot of people can't say that they've really gone from Division II to be able to have the opportunity to play Division I. So I just feel like I have a different perspective on it. You just appreciate the game so much more.
Yeah.
And I mean, it really just like grows your love for it, because you really get just tested day in and day out. So
Yeah, it's cool to be able to have such a big bounce like that. Like you're saying, going from D2 to D1.
For sure.
What's kind of been has there been many adjustments in terms of, different coaches have different play styles and stuff like that, but going from a D2 school to a D1 school, what's it kind of like getting like the lifestyle difference?
The lifestyle difference on the court, I would just say just still playing with the same confidence that you had like back at your other school. But I mean, the coaches here have done nothing less of like really just showing me, like giving me the keys to the team and just trusting me from day one. So that's really helped a lot. And honestly, it's just been probably the most like seamless transition you can think of. That's good. Just off the court, just getting used to probably the attention. I feel like I've not been put in that spotlight before, so it's definitely a significant difference. So
yeah. So how old were you when you first started playing basketball?
I started young, probably like 5.
Yeah,
that was probably my earliest. My parents got me one of those little like tykes, like mini hoops or whatever, and then it just started from there. I'd be dunking in the house, like just all day, just playing basketball, and then it just grew from there.
Did you play many other sports when you were younger, or was it pretty much just all basketball?
It was all basketball. I always wanted to play football, but my mom was tripping about like I don't want my baby to get hurt, stuff like that. So I just kept to basketball, and that's really it.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch a lot of? Did it take you like much time, I guess, to really start to like basketball? Because like speaking for me, obviously I'm not a D1 athlete, but like I started playing basketball, and it kind of took me a while to really start to love the sport.
Yeah.
Did it really take you long, or was it kind of like you started playing and it was like you knew that's what you wanted to do?
Starting off, I definitely knew it was what I wanted to do, and I always had the love, but you I feel like go through a phase where it's either just kids catch up to you and like how good they are or whatever, so you kind of just get tested and you're like, do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
And then that's kind of like when I went through that phase, it was probably about like the middle school time, and when I was getting into high school, I would say like I really had to like refine my love for the game.
Yeah.
And then that's when it kind of like took off from there, and that's when I really noticed like I could really do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then ever since then, I just haven't stopped going.
Yeah. Did you always play point guard, or were you ever?
Definitely. I mean, I'm switched from the 1 to the 2, but I just feel like one of the best strengths I have is just getting my teammates better.
Yeah.
I could score the ball too, but that's just not always been like my first option or how I've wanted to play the game of basketball. It's just something I've just learned over time, I feel like.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So what was the trip? Because you guys went international, traveled to a couple places. How was that?
It was so different. It was so much fun. The scenery, just like really just the lifestyle and like in general, just so much different. Like over there, you got to pay to go to the bathroom, like public bathrooms.
Really?
Like that's just something we don't have to do here.
Right,
so you just don't really think about stuff like that. And then just the food. The food was amazing, but they just, in my opinion, don't give you enough.
Oh,
so
really?
that was the only thing. I was hungry the whole trip, it felt like.
Yeah.
But no, the food was amazing. It was just amazing being able to like bond with the team and get like just being able to be around them so much earlier than I feel like you would. Like not everybody gets the opportunity to go overseas and play basketball and just hang out with their team for a week and a half. So
yeah, no kidding. I mean, you guys played damn well over there. I mean,
yeah.
Not only were you like putting on like offensive explosion, but you were winning by a lot too.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Obviously, good to see that as a Norse fan.
Definitely.
What was it kind of like matching up against those players where it's like maybe they aren't speaking the same language as you, and so it's kind of like, did you find it harder ever to kind of match up with your guys and stuff like that?
I wouldn't say necessarily harder, but it just brought you a different like aspect to the game. Like it just really makes you just focus on what your team needs to do to get the job done, and don't focus on anything else like that's going on the court. And I just feel like that helped us a lot, and that was what kept us together. And we were able to like, I feel like our chemistry is already like so well on the court, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why like we just play for the five that we have on the court.
Right.
And no matter what, we're gonna support them. Like
and
just give it our all. So yeah.
What was your first day here? Like when you finally did transfer here?
First day, June 5th. June
Okay.
5th, yeah. It was, so we've been here like 3 months already.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did it kind of seem like everything just meshed really well when you guys first started practicing, or did it kind of take a couple weeks or anything like that?
Mine was a little different. I didn't get to start practicing with the team until like probably a month later from when I got here, because I had 2 more classes to finish from my other school to be like fully graduated.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing was just, I already got to gel with them off the court. I didn't really get to play with them yet, but I was still supporting them on the sideline, and I kind of just studied like what I need to know about my teammates.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I got on the court, it was like I didn't want to be the person that's slowing them down. Like I'm supposed to be that extra gear that we have, take it to the next level, and I feel like that's what we were able to do, because we just clicked so well. Like we just kept it pushing the entire summer.
Yeah.
So.
Did you feel like it was maybe a bit of a, like, did you find any bumps in the road or anything like that adjusting to, going from your school where maybe, you're still obviously a top guy here, but you're coming into a team where it's like so much of the heart of that team is between Marquez and Sam.
Yeah.
Did you have any issues with that, or was it kind of like, just
nah.
pass it on to the next guy?
Yeah, it's definitely just whatever you got to do to win a basketball game. And then we want to win a lot of those and eventually just lead those to championships. So, I'm in support of all my teammates, and I know that they would do the same for me. So, like I said, I always want the best for them on the court and off the court, obviously. And that's my job as a point guard, to just really just elevate everybody, and just that we're playing our best basketball when March come around.
Yeah. So with like D2, because NIL is such like still a new thing in the NCAA and stuff like that. Did you have much exposure to that?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. So like when I got my first like opportunity, we worked like, I don't even know how long. The camp was only like 3 hours, 4 hours, and they paid us for that. And I was just like, I looked at the check and I was like, bro, like, what are we getting this for? Like, it was just so weird, because like, you just have a bunch of like kids that just look up to you, and just like on such a different platform. So, it makes you appreciate it a lot more, like I said, and you're just really thankful to just be in that position.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool seeing all the pictures and stuff like that. And, it's great that you're a player that's more than willing to give back to the community and help out, stuff like that, because that is like, NKU, it's big D1 school,
right.
Go to the tournament and stuff like that, but it's not like a UK or anything like that.
Exactly.
Where you might have to worry about egos or anything.
Exactly.
So what interested you most about, like, when you first heard about NKU and stuff like that?
So I would say when I first got on the phone with Coach Harris, that was who recruited me. It was like, first of all, I'd already known him from the Naval Academy, because I did a year at the Navy Prep School. Okay. So that was kind of like a connection in itself. We had met that year. So when he called me and he was explaining NKU to me, it already sounded like a big time basketball program, and that I knew that I could instantly go in and contribute. And that's what I wanted going in the portal. I didn't really care about what division it was. I just wanted to be the best fit I could, that I could help win basketball games. So when they explained that to me on the phone, I talked to Coach Horn a couple of days later. They were just saying, like, what they're going to need out of me, what it's going to take to win. They laid out what I do great, but they also laid out what they're expecting of me and how they're going to get me better within the year. So then once I came on my visit and everything was going smooth, they put me, I think it was in the film room at the time, and they just put out a whole slideshow of me in comparison with X. And it was just, when they did that and showing me how much X had improved over the year, and just his year here, like, he had an amazing year. And coming from the D2 to the Division I level, I was just like, I saw myself in that. So the fact that they not only took a chance, but they ran with it, made it to the tournament with X, and they improved his numbers all throughout the board, I was just like, I feel like this is just a no-brainer not to come here. Yeah,
I was just about to ask you, too. I was going to say, was there anyone that you talked to or anything like that coming into here? But,
yeah, on my visit, I was with X for a little bit, and he had kind of just explained, like, what they expected of him. He said it was not easy, like, whatsoever, but I didn't expect that. And it was just, once he told me that, they all kept it real, like, the entire time on the visit. I was like, I have to come here. Told my parents, like, after that presentation, I was committed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, he is such a guy, like a great guy to watch
Yeah,
and stuff like that and learn
definitely.
from, because it was, I went to the UC game
Yeah.
last year that they played here, and it was like he played good and stuff like that, but he wasn't near the same player that he was, come March and stuff
Right,
like that. Watching him
exactly.
in the tournaments and stuff, he played such a
Exactly.
huge role.
Exactly. And I know that's big. Improvement is definitely big here, and I
Yeah.
love that. So,
So what would you like? Who were your favorite basketball players to watch growing up?
growing up, so when I first started watching basketball, Dr. J, that was for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Like, grew up watching him. And then over the years, definitely Kyrie over time. His game is just amazing. Also, Isaiah Thomas. I need to see him back in the league. That's
Yeah.
like one of my top players. I feel like those are top two for me.
Okay.
I just feel like the way they approach the game, they're so like just wanting to perfect everything about their offensive and defensive game, and I just feel like that's big, and that's how I want to approach the game of basketball. So.
Yeah. Do you feel like those two players, you've maybe tried to match your game to a little bit, or taken some aspects of their game into yours, or are there other players that
Definitely.
maybe
I mean, you still a little bit of everything from a lot of players. It's just how to add your own creativity to it. That's what I feel like makes basketball fun, because you don't have to play like this player, but you could take stuff from his game and add like your little spice to it, however you want to do it, and stuff that just is comfortable for you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's important. So.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're more of a take to the paint and score in the paint point guard, or do you feel like you're more of a shoot and drop the ball off and stuff like that?
I'm a shoot, definitely drop the ball off, but I mean, I can still finish around the rim.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a good balance for sure.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
good balance to have
Yeah.
on the court. Got a couple other questions here for you. Okay. So what are your next steps after NKU? Like, what is your obviously? I would assume the main goal is to get to the league.
Yeah.
But how do you feel like you would like to pursue that?
Honestly, I don't really know. I kind of just take it a day at a time. But the next step is to play professional basketball. That's always been the dream since I picked up a basketball. So, I mean, just working every day to make sure that dream gets attained. And, I mean, other than that, like, whatever God has for me, he has for me. So,
Yeah.
kind of just taking it day by day.
What would you say is the biggest thing that you try to work on, each day, whether it's going to the weight room and working out more, or whether it's going out and practicing your ball handling or something like that?
I'll say the biggest thing is just consistency, because you're going to have plenty of days where a lot of stuff is going right, but then you have plenty of days where a lot of stuff is going wrong.
Right, yeah.
And, I mean, if you're able to get through those days, then your great days or your good days, they're going to be a piece of cake to get through.
Yeah.
So then when you have your hard days, it's just another day I have to get through.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what, you know that you still put in the work to get better, no matter how you feel.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah. Do you did you see much of the schedule and stuff like that since it's come out, or do you kind of just more so just focus on the next day?
We had talked about it. We had talked about it probably a little bit before we left for Italy, and just, I mean, probably one of the toughest schedules like the NKU has played, like non-conference for sure.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, just being locked in for that and just the expectations we have going into the year. But other than that, like, since we have that talk, like, I haven't really put in much look into it. But I mean, just putting your head down and working now.
Mm-hmm. Was there a game, just kind of in the broad overview of it, that maybe stuck out to you more than the others?
I would say Washington for sure.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, seeing especially playing them at Washington, it's just seeing the level that you're playing at. Like, the arena is amazing, the fans are amazing. So it's just being able to go on the road and have a chance to take a game, especially at a program like that, that's a big thing to do.
Yeah.
So very excited for that.
Plus, it's Isaiah Thomas
Exactly.
alumni, so that's
Exactly.
big too, to be able to go see that. What tips would you have for basketball players that are like you had kind of talked about, like in that middle school level, where maybe they're kind of gotten out of their funk or gotten out of their groove, or just wanting to get back in it?
Right. I would just say do what works for you, because I feel like a lot of people just get in this mindset like, he did this is what worked for him, so the same thing is going to work for me, and that's not how life works. I feel like it's just when you're working, you just figure out you just become smarter, and you figure out this works for me, but this doesn't, so I need to take this out and do more of this. And I just feel like over time, as you just put together more building blocks of like what you have learned, then you're just going to be unstoppable, because it's just you're just gonna keep getting better, and you're more efficient with how you're getting better because you're like, I know I do the stuff that works for me, that gets me uncomfortable and pushes me every day. And instead of trying to compare it to like, oh, this is what he did, I need to take this so I could get as good as him. So.
Yeah. What did you work on the most when, you were younger and getting in basketball?
Physicality. I feel like
Okay.
that's a lot of stuff that people overlook when they're like kids are growing up nowadays. I feel like basketball is just a lot more like finesse, and a lot of kids have gotten away from like the physical aspect of the game. Like
Yeah. No
when
doubt.
you're especially growing up being that kid that everybody looks at like he's good at basketball, like I want his spot, then it's like you have a target on your back from young, and that's how it kind of was for me. And it was just different because I had to just figure it out on my own. Like obviously I had my parents for help, my trainer, but it was just like every day if I'm the one getting pushed around, I have to figure out how I'm gonna fight back
Right.
instead of just like sitting down folding. It's just like, no, I don't want to deal with this, because it's just like that's just what great players do. They figure out a way to get by whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then I just felt like that was the biggest thing for me. And once I figured that out, it was just like basketball just became that much easier for me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Growing up in San Antonio, were you more of an NBA fan or were you a college fan more so?
Oh, definitely NBA fan. The Spurs, the Spurs growing up, still love them obviously, but
Yeah.
the Spurs growing up, it was like that was the pride of the city.
Mhm.
That was the pride of the city for sure.
Did you ever go to any of the championship parades? Because
I never have been to a parade actually. I've been to a lot of
Okay.
playoff games. Got to see Kobe play, so that was
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool.
cool.
So yeah, I've been to a lot of playoff games, but I have never been to a parade.
Yeah.
And so
would you say the playoff game you went to where they were going against Kobe, would you say that was like the best game you went to? Or?
it was crazy, definitely. It was a full whiteout. I don't even remember what the outcome of the game was. I was so young, but I just remember seeing just Kobe on the court, and it was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool. Did you have a favorite college that you like to watch, or did you just kind of?
Honestly, I just watch college basketball. That's how it's kind of
Mhm.
always been. Never really had this year
Yeah.
this team was gonna win it. But obviously this year locked in with NKU.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
a no-brainer. That's
yeah,
a no-brainer.
Absolutely. And then my last question, because I'd asked Marquez about this, and he said he was really good at tennis. He had said that like one of his sports that he like surprisingly was really good
Yeah.
at was tennis, and obviously basketball
Right.
too. But I was curious, do you have any like hobbies or other sports or anything like that you really enjoy in your downtime, or maybe that you're
Dang, hobbies.
people
That's a
wouldn't
good
expect?
question. That's a good question. A weird talent is definitely I'm good at badminton. That's
Really?
It's the most random thing ever, but found that out when I was young. We would always play that like in my mom's hometown. So definitely badminton. But hobbies, honestly, I just like to go around like different like areas that I'm at and just find like different food spots. I don't really know if that's a hobby,
Okay, yeah.
say eating,
Yeah.
but like that's definitely just
Yeah.
it's a fun thing to do because I like trying different foods, especially like since I was just in Italy. Like definitely got to try like stuff
Yeah.
I would never think I was gonna try before.
Have
So-
you heard of a Rabbit Hash, Kentucky yet?
Uh-uh.
So that's like, I don't know, I'd say it's probably like an hour south of here.
Uh-huh.
I interviewed a dude, his name's Chef Hippie, and that's like the name of the place. It's Chef Hippie's.
Yeah.
I think it's Chef Hippie's Cocina Loca. But that place, like, if you want some like really good food,
Right.
that's a really good spot to go to.
Man,
So,
what'd you say it was called?
Chef Hippie's
Chef
Cocina Loca.
Hippie's?
I'll send you the Instagram
Definitely.
page for
No,
it.
I'm gonna remember it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I will try any food spot.
Oh,
like
man,
I have to.
it's-
I love good food.
Yeah.
I love good food.
Yeah. Are you like really into cooking or anything like that?
That's the thing though. I can't cook. I can't cook.
Okay.
So like I can make like simple stuff like breakfast, like eggs, bacon,
Yeah.
pancakes, all that. But anything like complicated, like it's not happening for me. So yeah.
Let everyone else do it.
Exactly,
You'll be there to
exactly.
eat it. Do you have a favorite food or like a favorite food spot that you've gone to?
Favorite food spot I've gone to here so far, Agave and Rye. It's a taco place. And,
Okay.
like,
All right.
yeah,
I think I've heard of it.
so good. Like
Yeah.
most fire tacos I've ever tried. And then favorite food, anything chicken bacon ranch related.
Yeah.
You definitely know that. But yeah, anything chicken bacon ranch related, I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
So.
I think they might have like sometimes I think they got chicken bacon ranch pizza
See,
over in the Commons.
Nah, we had that the past
Yeah?
like at least 3 times in the past
oh,
week.
man, it's good.
So
Can't
yeah,
beat it.
nah, it's so good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate having you on. I didn't prepare more questions for you, but I appreciate your
know.
time and stuff like that. It was good talking to you.
Yeah.
Maybe during the season we'll get you back on.
Definitely.
Get a little bit mid-season interview and stuff
Definitely,
like
definitely. I appreciate you having me. Sorry again for no soup.
that. No, it's
but
not a problem.
I got
at
you.
all.
I got you next time.
Okay, yeah, that gives us.
Yeah,
another
I'm
reason
gonna hold you
do
to
another
it.
one.
Yeah.
All right.